Hello, hi students. How are you? Once again meet with you on online section. It is very privileged to me. Already have learned introduction of understanding law. Especially I have given brief explanation about law and I gave more explanation about especially judiciary. I hope you understand about law. In this chapter, I explained more details about judiciary. Do you understand what is the judiciary? Yes, very good. Let we will enter in this understanding law chapter main headlines. Okay, students, listen carefully. In this chapter, main things you are learning: do laws apply to all? What one? First one, do laws apply to all? Second heading, how do new laws come about? How do new laws come about? And third main heading, unpopular and controversial laws. Unpopular and controversial laws. Okay, students, listen carefully. Each one now I will explain, and you have to listen carefully and learn and know about this main concept of the chapter. In this understanding laws, first heading, do laws apply to all? Before that, you have to know what are laws. Yes, listen carefully. The system of rules which a particular country or community recognized as regulating the action of its members and which it may enforce by the importance of penalties. See, if any person want to develop its business, if anyone want to live anywhere, if anyone want to do any such kind of thing in particular place or in one country, he has some rules and regulations of, then he will get from the government. What the government of that country or that community will say, that one must and should he have to follow. If unable to follow, then he will pay penalty or he will be punished by that government. Okay, listen carefully. Do laws apply to all? These all laws are applicable to everyone? Yes, exactly. 100%. Every law is applicable to every person. If even if this person is that country citizen, or that person is not even that country citizen also, he must have to bear and follow that law. Okay, listen carefully, students. Here I gave some important points to you, and you have to note down, write, and learn also in your book. Okay, students, the first point, as there should be no arbitrary exercise of power in independent India. Therefore, the member of Constitution Assembly instead several provisions in the Constitution that would establish the rule of the law. Here, several things mentioned in a constitution. Many schedules are there, many articles are there. Every schedule, every article which is saying to us, everyone must have to follow. Even he is a Indian or he is not Indian also, everyone have to follow. He is Indian, he has Indian citizen also. He must have to follow and obey and give respect our constitution. If he is NRI, NRI, what is observation? Yes, NRI observation, you know very well, non-Indian resident. You may know, student. Yes, NRI observation, non-residents Indian. Tell me, student, what is observation of NRI? Yes, non-residents Indian means that person is and residential person is not living in India. He came from the outside of our country. So listen carefully remaining things also about this important to laws apply to all. Yes, laws always applicable to everyone. Okay, in ancient India there was innumerable and overplaying local laws which did not apply equal to all. Those days, okay, ancient time, okay, there is no laws. If even is there laws, okay, it is not applicable to uh, everyone. Why? Because there was a king or queen were there. Okay, monocracy is there, but in democracy it will be not applicable, okay, to only few people. It is applicable to everyone. The punishment for the same crime varied depending upon their caste background, and okay, lower caste being more harshly punishable or punished. See, those days they are doing, okay, several, okay, orders, and those who are not following according that queen or king, they are uh, punished by the king or queen very well. But those days they are giving different punishment to they are seeing like background, or they are seeing like a caste, or they are seeing like different caste like system was there those days. Not only the students listen carefully, okay, member of the constitution assembly were agree that should be everyone have to follow that all things. If unable to anyone will not follow, they will be punished by the government in our modern period. Not only that student, the British law of the Sedition Act of 1870 set a perfect example of the arbitrary. Okay, so, see, according that some laws are perfect, which are the laws mentioned in that everyone must have to follow. If a person protesting or criticizing the British government could be arrested without due trial. See, that government, those days in 1800 or 18th century, you may observe if there any law which is coming from the British government, those days our India was under the control of British now. So if our Indians will not follow, they will be punished by that government. Like that, very crucial punishments also will be there. Like that, you may observe. Indian national began protesting and criticizing the arbitrary use of the authority by the British. What are the Britishers are giving? What are the Britishers are, okay, sanctioned? Okay, all our Indians, okay, started, we will not follow, okay, we will not do like that. Why? Because they are doing such a kind of the things, they are showing partiality. Okay, there is difference they are showing. Some laws are to the our Indian, some laws are to their, okay, English sirs is there entirely different. Like that situation was there. So Indian judges began to play a greater role in decision making. So you know, uh, judges are main persons. They may listen and they may give main decision of them. They may listen, and with the adoption of the constitution, laws for the country began to made by the representatives. Every year representative pass new laws as well as review the existing laws. See, many laws are coming. Who are representatives? Who are elected by the people? They are the representatives. They are sanctioning different laws, okay, which are the main things. They are apply capable to everyone and sanctioning, you know, observe. See here, okay, Hindu section, okay, Amendment Act 2005. According to this law, sons, daughters and their mothers can get an equal share of family property. See, those who are there, who are working, they are getting same, okay, equal property. How? What is their property? Yes, maybe they have land or they have money, they have gold, etc. So like according that 2005, everyone have to get equal property. For example, in your house, okay, you have one sister, one brother, and you. Okay, your father is giving the land to you and your brother, but he is not giving to your sister. That is wrong. According the law, he have to give to uh, same percentage to the your sister also. Like that, our India government has sanctioned. Okay, how much per property your father has, in that, so he have to give to his daughter also. Okay, next heading, look here. Okay, how do new laws come about? Yes, listen carefully. The parliament has an important role is making laws. In parliament, there are two houses are there. What are that? Yes, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Here, Lok Sabha is making different laws. If Lok Sabha will accept, then after that it will pass to the Rajya Sabha. Even Rajya Sabha will may accept, then it will go near the president. If president will okay accept, then that law will applicable to everyone in our India. Means they will pass one bill. That bill become a law student. And the important role of the parliament is be sensitive to the problem faced by the people. Okay, parliament members are knowing about the people, but when they are sanctioning some laws, some opposition parties will raise the question, as well as some people also may raise the question. The issues of the domestic violence was brought to the attention of the parliament, and the process adopted for this issue to become a law. See, domestic violence in houses, many labor, okay, boys and girls were there. Okay, they are giving domestic work to them. It is according the law. It is okay, wrong. Anyone should not give to work to the childrens, those who have 14 years. Why? Because those who have 14 years, they have to right to educate. Okay, they have to study. For them, government has giving free education to them. So that's why they have to utilize that all things. Okay. Now listen carefully. Role of the citizens you are observing here. The role of the citizen is crucial in helping parliament from different concerns that the people might have into the laws, from establishing the need for a new law to its being passed. At every stage of the process, the voice of the citizen is a crucial element which make the work of the parliament more accessible and transparent. Okay, listen, student. You know about the role of the citizens. Okay, citizens. Who are the citizens? Yes, people are the citizens. You are the one of the citizen. I am also one of the citizen. Which citizens we are? Yes, we are Indian citizens. I am Indian citizen. Why? Because I was born in this land only. You are also born in this land, and your mother are also born this land. My mother and father and my old parents, okay, farmer, parents also, my forefathers also born here. So I have Indian citizen. You have also like that. So laws will be applicable to everyone. So law will be prepared by the parliament. It is how do new law come about. Next reading, now see here, unpopular and controversial laws. Listen carefully. Sometimes at the parliament pass laws that run out to be very popular. If government will sanction some laws, right to education, okay, right to freedom, this okay laws are very eh, popular, and this also mentioned in yeah, rights also, okay, fundamental rights. See some laws, okay, they are sanctioning, okay, free study up to 18 years, only girls, Okay, that law also very popular. Why? Because government sanctioned. Some laws are controversial. Okay, sometimes a law can be controversially valid and legal, but it can contain to be unpopular and unacceptable to people because they feel that the intention behind it is unfair and harmful. See, some people are uh, unfavorable. Why? Because they may not feel well. For example, okay, only if okay benefits are giving some one caste or one community, some other persons may not willing to feel very well. So some laws are unpopular. If they give only priority to okay one department, also at the time also they will not accept who people like some laws are unpopular. So people made citizens. These laws hold public meetings, write about in newspaper, report to TV news channels. See what are the things are sanctioned by the government. We are reading through the newspaper and getting to the television. Okay, and so that's why these all are the holded under the control of the people. Okay, here media is okay and one of the main role of the democracy we may observe. Yes, legend student, many points like that you are how to read these all points and learn more information. Only brief explanation, main concept I am giving you. People who think that the law is not fair can approach that the court to decide. See, if few people they don't want to that one, they can okay went to the court and get justice. If government want to okay build one dam at that area, many villages are there, so they have to okay shift another place. Okay, they are unwilling to okay, leave that place, so they may ask the government also like that too. Okay, some laws unpopular, some controversy may observe. The court has the power to modify or cancel laws if it finds that they don't adhere to the constitution. See, according to the constitution, if people may ask, yes, court is giving good justice to every our Indian citizen. And in India, role of the citizen does not end with the election representatives. They also can analyze the work done by MPs and criticize their actions if needed. Therefore, it is stated that the people in a democratic country have the right to protect against the injustice laws. It is the extent involvement and enthusiasm of the people that the help uh, parliament perform it representatives function properties, observe student. Yes, see, those who are citizens are there in our India, those who have more than 18 years, they have right to vote, so they may elect their representative persons according to their persons if they are doing good work or not, they may evaluate, isn't it or not? Yes, so that's why uh, what work they are doing. So which laws they are sanctioning, which laws are very popular, which laws are unpopular. Okay, already you have seen here popular and controversial laws. Very good student, in this chapter you have learned especially okay what are laws, okay, who are preparing laws. Yes, in Parliament, laws are prepared. These laws are applicable to everyone. Yes, it is applicable to everyone. Do laws applicable to everyone? Yes, it is always applicable to everyone. So, member of the Constitution Assembly were they agree that there should be no arbitrary existence of the power in independent India to establish a law. They instead several provisions in the Constitution. The British colonial introduced the role of law in India. Historians have disputed this claim as the colonial law was arbitrary. The Indian nationalists played a permanent role of the development of a legal sphere. So our Indians also like about this system. So also we followed. Okay. So that's why do law is applicable to everyone. Yes, and all laws are applicable to everyone. Indian uh, nationalists began the protesting and criticizing the arbitrary use of the authority by the British. They began fighting for the generate equality and wanted to change the idea of laws from a set of rules that has they forced to obey to law as including etc. You may observe student. Not only that, we have learned Indian judges begin to play a great role in decision making. Judges are main making. So in the court, judges is giving good judgment. Students, you know that one about very well. Okay, here role in decision making. Judge is a main roller. You may observe. He may listen both side okay, arguments and he will give judgment. And you learn here how do new laws come about. How did laws come? Yes, the law is made by the parliament, so it is coming from the parliament. Here, how many houses are there? Two houses are there. One is Rajya Sabha, one more is Lok Sabha. If Lok Sabha will sanction the bill, that bill will accepted by the Rajya Sabha. Again, it will go to near the president. So president will accept that one. Yes, that bill become a law. So that law, everyone, those who are all Indian citizens must have to follow that law. If they will not follow, okay, they will be punished by the government. They will face some problems. Okay, how which problems they will face? Yes, exactly. They will face lot of punishments. What did our government mention? Isn't it or not? Yes, is it. Then next heading, unpopular and controversial laws. Okay, you learn it is also unpopular and controversial laws. See, some laws are very very popular. Some laws are controversial. Why? Because it is unpopular. See, for example, government to uh, ready to okay give right bharosa. This law is very familiar for the all uh, okay uh, rights okay farmers. But uh, those who are have no field, who are not getting, they will feel unhappy. You may observe some students are knowing different things, isn't it or not? Yes, it is. Some laws are unpopular. For example, see here, uh, government is giving only priority to the okay few persons corporations okay schemes. Others all may accept, also they will not accept. So some like that laws unpopular. Okay, very good student. In this understanding laws chapter, you have learned main three important things. That is first one you have learned in first class. Okay, introduction of understanding laws. Especially I explained judiciary system how is there in our India. Okay, and today also you have learned do laws apply to all, and you learn how do new laws come about, and you learned unpopular and controversial laws. Very good student. You have to okay learn in your material 1 to 5 question answers, 1 mark questions 1 to 5. Learn and write one time in your book. Learn and write. Okay, students, we will meet in live discussion. Okay, be ready with your ideas, with your doubts. We will discussion in live interaction section. Okay, bye, students.